Good morning, children. It's Mrs. Mystery here. It's Friday. Well done, children, for working really hard. I know it's been very difficult, but keep it up. So today's SPAG lesson, spelling, punctuation and grammar, sentence level work, missing full stops and capital letters. Look at the paragraph. Can you put in the full stops and capital letters in the correct places? The old woman sat on the bench. She watched the people as they went past on their way to work. It began to rain. The old woman got up and went home. Where will the full stops go? Where will the capital letters go? How did you do? Let's have a look. The first full stop needs to go after bench. The old woman sat on the bench, full stop. Then you need a capital letter. She watched the people as they went past on their way to work. That's a sentence, we need a full stop there. It began to rain. Full stop, capital letter. The old woman got up and went home. Full stop. Did you manage to get the full stops and capital letters in the correct places? Today's learning question for English is, can I retell the end of a known story? And our steps to success is, I can write the end of a known story, I can use different punctuation, I can extend sentences using conjunctions. So children, what happened at the end of the story? What did Toby and Mr. Pepys see, hear? Who arrived on a horse? What did they try to do? So today, children, we are going to be writing the end of the story, Toby and the Great Fire of London, in our own words. We know that Toby and Mr. Pepys went to try and put the fire out. We know they saw houses being blown up, cows carrying children and bleating goats. King Charles II arrived on a horse, and then they all went to save London from the fire. Finally, Toby went back to his master's house. We need to put this information together to write a paragraph retelling the end of the story. So children, I have written the end of the story, Toby and the Great Fire of London, in my own words, and this is what a good one looks like. Toby and Mr. Pepys went to save the city from the fire. On the way, they saw a cow carrying children and bleating goats. Toby could hear loud explosions of houses being blown up to stop the fire spreading. Then Toby saw a man on a horse and asked Mr. Pepys, "Who is this man?" "That's King Charles II of England," said Mr. Pepys. The king told Toby to take the bucket of water and put out the fire. They all worked day and night to put out the fire. 3 days later, Toby went back to his master's house. His master told him to have a good wash. So children, what's good about my writing? Have I got capital letters and full stops in the correct places? Remember, capital letters for names as well. Have I got conjunctions to extend sentences? And do my sentences make sense? What about common exception words? How many common exception words can you spot in my writing? Let's have a look. I can see Mr. I can see children. What else? Can you spot any more? I can see water, untold, 4 common exception words in my writing. How many can you put in your writing? So your task today, you need to write a paragraph. It needs to be at least half a page or more, retelling the end of the story. Use conjunctions to extend sentences. Remember to punctuate your sentences correctly using capital letters and full stops, and your sentences must make sense. Good luck.